I just saw that I've made 4 YouTube videos in the last 24 hours. Maybe I'm just going nuts now. Maybe that's it. I'm losing my mind. It's this channel was made by me for fun. Go back to my oldest videos and see. It was just messing around, just doing it for fun. When I got to 50 subscribers, I was like, why are people subscribing to my channel? What? Okay, all right, whatever. Then after I wrote my book, someone said, hey, why don't you try narrating it? That way I could listen to it. I'd rather listen to you narrate it than read it. And I went, hey, that's a neat idea. I could narrate my book on my channel. And so that's what my channel became. But I also liked singing. I studied piano for 2 years. I studied voice for 1 year with the same teacher. We would have a singing lesson and a piano lesson combined. He was very affordable. He didn't charge a lot. So I learned the basics of piano playing. I studied music theory in college, theory 1, 2, and 3. Theory 4 went over my head, but the teacher was in his last year, and he was just going through the motions. He was kind of old, and the guy who taught 1, 2, and 3, I love that guy. Great teacher. Wonderful man. Got lucky. Reminded me a little bit of Leo Buscaglia. Do you know who Leo Buscaglia is? Look him up on YouTube. One of the nicest men. Kind of like Mr. Rogers. You know, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Much more outgoing personality for Leo Buscaglia. And this guy reminded me a little of him, and it was a wonderful music theory teacher. So I learned, the basics of music. But I just mess around on the piano. You see, if you just play, hold on. All right, let me just show you something. See, if you just... Oh, I'm so good, aren't I? I don't even know what I'm playing. I'm just playing the white keys. All you got to do is play the white keys. I'm not even watching. Ooh, dissonance. So what? It's easy. Or just play the black keys. There's nothing to it. I don't know what notes I'm playing. Now you tell me to play it in the key of D, which is this scale. So I have to hit this black key and this black key. I can't hit this or this. I can only go that. So here's your D chord. Of course, if I go minor, then I can hit that key. But now I can only do this, and I have to hit these keys, only these black keys, and I can't hit these white keys. I can't do that. If I closed my eyes and tried to play in the key of D, I can't do it. A blind person can. How? I have no clue. Here, I'll try it. I'll just show you. I have no idea where I am now. I don't know which key is what. No clue. I can't do it. It's crazy. So I can mess around on the piano because it's not hard. It's not hard for me because I know the basics. I know the major chords, the minor chords, the diminished chords, a seventh, a ninth. So I lock my camera. It's easy. I played the trumpet all my life. Don't know why I'm telling you all this. Started taking lessons when I was 5 with a cornet. Here's a picture of me with my mom when I was 13 with my trumpet. This is on my wall. I keep it here. That's what I looked like when I was, young. Here's a picture of me with my dog. I had a black lab for 15 years, had 10 puppies. You don't do that anymore. This was in the 70s. But here's my dog, and I'm 13 here. with their 10 puppies, two Goldens. 9 boys, 1 girl. That's what she had. 2 Goldens, they were boys. 1 big black lab, huge black, bigger than those Goldens. Those Goldens were big. We kept them all in the basement. And every day I'd come home from school and go down and play with my dog and my 10 puppies. My dad had a feeding trough he made. They'd all just eat in the feeding trough. It was an absolute riot. I had a blast. Loved coming home from school, go and play with my dogs. We sold them all, like $45 each. We almost kept 1. But guess who was the first dog that could climb the stairs? The first one, the female. We knew it was her because we put a pink collar on her so we would see her. And I think she was named Penny, if I remember right, because somebody bought her and named her Penny. And she beat all the other dogs up the stairs. How? I don't know. Isn't that weird? We were laughing when it happened. We couldn't believe that the female beat you 3. How did you 3 not get up the stairs? You are big, giant dogs. But she beat them. First one up. Crazy. So my channel was just about messing around, and it's all it is. And now I'm venting. Because I made a video about Ren's music, and it blew up on my channel, 45,000 views. I made another one about him that got over 8,000 views, and I thought, why? And then that was it. He never saw it, that I know of, because he never commented on it. It's possible he saw it and just didn't comment. I don't know. No clue. Love to meet the guy. I'd love to talk to him. He was one of the dedications to my second book, because I told you about that in a different video if you've been watching my videos. He was my inspiration for writing it. It was because of his words that caused a shift in my brain, and I wrote my second book. And the very thing that he said is not causing the shift for me to write book 3. It's crazy. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't get why any of this is happening. I don't get why my YouTube channel is now making money. I'm up to almost $5. You know, if I could make, I thought about this, because I would love to make money on YouTube. I'd love to get rich on YouTube. Are you familiar with PewDiePie? He's the most popular YouTuber there is, other than some stupid corporation that beat him somehow. PewDiePie, the last time I heard, which was like 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, was making about $7 million a year. He has over 100 million subscribers to his channel. And the only time I ever watched him was when my nephew said, hey, check this out. And he was playing a game called Slender Man. That video is hilarious. You want to watch a guy get scared to death playing Slender Man? Slender Man's a really crazy old style kind of game. Really like archaic looking, but really creepy in a great way. It was a really neatly designed game. And it scared the crap out of him. And he cusses. He's got a kind of a foul mouth. But people love his channel. I did watch his video, Is Mark Zuckerberg a Human? That was great. I agree with him. I don't think Zuckerberg's human. I question if Bezos is too. All of them, for that matter. Musk? Whatever. So why am I making another video today? Because I felt like I should tell you, anyone who's interested, and also because I'm curious what your response would be to this. What would I do if I could retire? What would you do? And how much money do I need to retire? How much would you need? Because if I was 20 years old or 40 years old or what I am now, which is 63, I know what I do. And the reason I've lived a frustrating life, and life has frustrated me my entire adult life, is because of my inability to be free to do what I want to do. And that trap, which I just mentioned in a video that I just did, is literally, in my opinion, the only reason that I've been depressed and angry. But it could be other reasons. There could be a thing going on in my head. Sure. Well, I did the Gary, the Ducey guy. He said, push here. Just hold here for a minute and it'll open up your third eye. Just 30 to 60 seconds, just pressure. Just do that. I did that. My third eye opened. I saw God, talked to him. He said, yeah, everything's fine. I said, okay, good. Get out of here. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Just 30 to 60 seconds. That's all you got to do. It'll open your third eye. Ooh. I was hoping it would work. I knew it wouldn't. Because if it worked, we would have all heard about it. Oh my God, just do this. And everybody'd be doing it. We'd all be walking around, God, the things people believe on YouTube. Videos about how to win the lottery. There are YouTube videos telling you, you'll win the lottery if you do this. I'm dying. It's like, I think my description of humans is a really good description. We are educated idiots. Myself included. I'm not sitting here standing above everybody. I am not. We are educated idiots. But what would I do if I could retire? And how much money would I need? Well, now that I'm 63, the amount of money that I believe I would need, and I thought this through, is approximately $2 million free and clear. And I mentioned that in another video. Why $2 million? It's enough that I could live for the rest of my life and not go broke. $1 million isn't enough. I would probably run out of money, assuming that I lived to be like, 80, 90, something like that. Not sure a million I could survive on $1 million. I mean, would I retire if I had $1 million? I don't know. Because it's not enough. Not today. If I was 20, I think I would need around 5 million, maybe 6. I think 5 would be enough if I was 20 years old. How much would you need to retire, and what would you do with your life? How would you live? Would you be happy that you had now enough money that you could retire, or would you still want to make more money? Would you need to make more money? See, I wouldn't. Now, I couldn't build my dream house on $2 million, let alone my art gallery. Can't do that. So that would not be included. I would need probably at least 5, maybe 10. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly how much my dream home would cost me. It's in the country. It wouldn't cost nearly as much as like if I built it in New York City. I don't even want to think what it would cost there, let alone Chicago. But in the country, it'd be a lot cheaper. But I wouldn't do that. $2 million free and clear. Here's what I would do. 1, if I could make more, of course I'll take more. Hey, if you do this, you'll make, okay, fine. But my main focus would not be how can I make more. If I have enough to retire, I'm going to retire, and I no longer need to make any more money. So if anybody would like to give me $2 million, I know no one's going to do that. But if you'd like to see me put my money where my mouth is, if that ever happened and I actually come into $2 million free and clear after taxes, this is what I'll do. This I will not. Pursuing more wealth is not what I would do. If the opportunity to make more wealth was made available to me, I'll take it. Duh. But that's not. I don't care. That's not my focus. Wim Hof has said the same thing that I say. When is enough enough? How much does one need? Now, I think Wim Hof is still making a lot of money doing what he's doing. I don't know. I don't know if what he's doing is purely motivated to make more. I don't think it is. His motivation isn't that. And Wim Hof is living his life. He's living an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, magical life. And that's what I would live. Amazing, beautiful, wonderful, magical. Those are the 4 words to me that would describe the way life should be. It should be those 4 words. And yes, magical. It should. He's living a magical life. Go look. You can see it on YouTube. He gives you a tour of his whole place. You can see everything he does and how he lives his life. And people come and train with him. Professional athletes come and train with him. And he trains them. They got to pay him. And that's fine. I don't care that he's making more money. Like I said, if I could make more money, like if doing YouTube is going to make me $1 million a year, I'll gladly do that. Oh, but you just said if you have 2 million, you wouldn't make any more money. If making YouTube videos, which I enjoy doing, would make me whatever, I'll do it. If I could make 5,000 a month right now, I would retire. I wouldn't walk dogs anymore. If I can guarantee to keep making 5,000 a month, but I'm going to probably stay here. I mean, I might look into buying a house at that point. 5,000 a month is pretty damn good. It's not phenomenal. I'm not rich, but that would be enough that I could no longer have to do stuff, no longer have to walk dogs if I don't want to. One of the things that would be high on my list, though, now that I'm retired, is hopefully finding a really nice girl to spend the rest of my life with. Now, ideally, that would be my ex-wife, which I would be shocked if that happened, but that would be ideal. There is another woman in my past that I would be very happy to be with. My first love. This torch will always burn. It just does. That's never going to happen. We've talked at times, but not much anymore. She's very busy with her life, living whatever. I don't even know what she's doing. So, that would be fine. But just any girl. One of the girls if I met a girl who looked like one of the characters in my book. Oh, that'd be great. You want to see why? I've already got it here. I was already going to show you. But if anybody knows a girl who looks like this, but of course this girl isn't human, so you'd have to be human. But if you know a girl who looks like that, sure, that'd be great. That's Sheila. If I meet a girl who looks like Sheila, oh, I'm going for sure. What are the odds though? But then there's also this girl. I'll that's fine. Of course, this is a half elf, so she's not human. And you're going, they're too young for me. Yeah, no kidding. They could be in their 40s. They just look really good for their age. How about Shinthia? I'll date her. That's fine. Every girl in my book is good looking, amazing. Weird how that works. I'm such a dirty old man. I'm not a dirty old man. It's just I love what George Carlin said. He goes, now I get to be a dirty old man, when he turned like 60 or something. And everybody laughed. It was really, really funny. So that's kind of the spirit of which I mean it when I say that. So now what else would I do? Regardless of whether I find a woman who'd like to live with me. So maybe I'll be alone. Maybe I'll meet somebody and we'll live together. What am I going to do? I'm going to find a nice small house in the country. This is what I would do. That's on the outskirts or really close to a nice town, so that I could walk to the grocery store. I'd probably drive, but I want to have easy access to a town, but I don't want neighbors right next to me. I grew up in this city. I want to be in nature. I want to be in the country. I don't mind if I can see that my neighbor's house is over there or over there. Well, that's fine. That's great. Don't need anyone right on top of you. I want my privacy. I want to be in nature. I'd probably have a pool in my backyard. That would come down to would having a pool be more hectic than not having a pool. We bought a fish tank once for $50. Some girl was getting rid of her fish tank. So we bought it. 6 months later, I sold it for $50. Never again will I go through that. So if a pool is more hassle than it's worth, then I might not do that. I'd have to look into that. But I'd like to have a pool so I could swim in my pool. That would be great. And have parties and have people over, and pool parties are great. So I've got a house paid for. All I got to pay are the property taxes. Maybe I'd move to Wisconsin so the property taxes would be cheaper, because property taxes in Illinois suck, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'd find a place where I want to live, the town where I want to live. Preferably there's a lake, because I like lakes. We went camping at Yellowstone Lake in Wisconsin. You can look that lake up. It's nice. Small. What would I do, though? So I've got my house. I'm retired. $2 million in the bank, less the cost of my house. My car will be paid off. What would I do? Oh, that's right. What are you going to do? You got nothing to do. You're going to be bored. Oh, hell no. Would you be bored? I wouldn't be bored. You see, if I lived the life that I've always wanted to live, every day would be a Saturday. If you're working Monday through Friday, when you get up on Saturday morning, how do you feel? Do you enjoy your day? Do you have a lot of fun? Do you get to do things that you can't do Monday through Friday? I lived for the weekend. I hated that. I'm living for the weekend. Ugh. Every Sunday night, I'd be depressed. Well, now every day is a Saturday. So guess what I'm going to do? Well, one, I'm going to practice the Wim Hof method religiously. I'd love to get him. I would absolutely go train with him in the Netherlands where he lives. I would absolutely go on one of those retreats and train with him. 100%. That's done. I would work out. I would get back into lifting weights. I used to lift weights. I could show you a picture of me on Facebook, what I used to look like when I was 19. Pretty good looking. This is my profile pic on Facebook, though. So if you find this profile pic, and that's my name, so all you got to do is type in that name. There's a few of us on Facebook with that name. I found that odd. Some guy in Iowa, that imposter, that doppelganger, whoever you are. You can send me a friend request or message me on Messenger. But if you want to see pictures of what I look like, ooh, I was really hot. Careful, girls. But no, I would work out at least twice a week. I would also learn how to box. I always wanted to learn how to box, and I would also study a martial art. I used to study Aikido. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. It's a spiritual martial art. I might study karate or judo or Aikido. Not really sure. But I'd work out. I'd practice the Wim Hof method, which includes a 10-minute ice bath every morning. And I would love it because I've taken ice baths. They're great. Then I've got all my hobbies. Dungeons and Dragons, my card games. There's a dice game called Dragon Dice. I still have a lot of Dragon Dice. I have made a video. You can look at my Dragon Dice collection. It's on YouTube. I showed my Dragon Dice for everybody to see. They liked it. They go, wow, that's a really good collection. I'm like, oh, there's guys with 10 times what I have. But yeah, it's a nice collection. I would almost certainly continue to do YouTube because I enjoy it. I'd probably, I'd possibly start taking piano lessons again. I might. I definitely have a piano. I have this keyboard, which is pretty cool, but I'd get a real piano, an upright piano. I don't think I'd get a baby grand because I probably couldn't fit it anywhere. But I would have my piano, and I would start taking trumpet lessons again. Like I said, I learned how to play the trumpet. I started taking cornet lessons when I was 5. I played my whole life. until I got out of college, and then I eventually stopped playing, and I haven't played. I can barely play now. I tried. It's like, oh God, you can't remember how to play. But I might go back and learn how to play again, because I was pretty good. Pretty good player. I played in college. But I would still make videos, and if I write books 3, 4, and 5, I will narrate books 3, 4, and 5. So that's a lot of things to do. A lot of things to do there. I'd probably get 2 dogs. Probably. Because I always said, when I have a backyard, I'm going to have a dog. I don't want to walk my dog. I want to have a backyard for my dog. And I would probably get 2 dogs. I might also get a couple birds, like a cockatoo or a parrot, or one of those macaws or those grays, the ones that are really, really smart. I might get a couple birds, maybe. Don't know. I've got cats, so my cats and the dogs have got to learn how to get along. Then I'd have to deal with the birds. Birds might be too much, but it's an option. Then, this is not including all the things I would do with my friends coming over, because I definitely have a pool table. I grew up shooting pool. You can watch us shoot pool on my video. I'm pretty good. I'm nowhere near a pro, but I can play, Played since I was like 4. I used to stand on blocks to shoot the shoot pool. It's crazy. But I would volunteer in my community, in the town, somewhere. I would find places to volunteer. It'd be fun. It'd be nice to do that. Serve in my community. Why not? Maybe I'd find a local church, but I grew up in the Lutheran church, but it's just not for me. I mean, I can go to a church service, but they're kind of boring. But if I found one that I liked, maybe. Great place to meet girls, right? People used to say, go to church. You want to meet a great girl? Go to church where you will go to meet a great girl. Yeah, there's something to that. But every day would be a Saturday. I got my Wim Hof method. I've got weights to lift, exercises, boxing, my hobbies, my YouTube channel, writing my books. And I can write books after I write those 5 books. I can go back to trying to write the story I originally started to write. I could work on that. Swim in my pool in my backyard. Every day would be a Saturday. And serving in my community would be a great thing to do. It's a great way to meet people. There's going to be local events, dances, whatever. All kinds of things to do. I can't imagine ever getting bored if every day I woke up and it's effectively Saturday. Because I was never bored on Saturday. Never. Not once. In my entire life was I bored on Saturday, unless I had to go to work, which did happen at times. I don't get it. I don't understand billionaires who still work all day long trying to make more money. Unless you love what you're doing, why are you doing it? Unless you love it. If I found work that I loved, which that everything I just described to you is work. Lifting weights is work, obviously. Writing is work. Narrating is work. Making this is but it just kills me that people say they don't know what to do. Oh, I retired and I got bored. Why? Well, there's nothing to do. What'd you do? I used to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Now I don't know what to do. What? You don't know what to do. So you're happier working a job that you only did because that's how you made your living. It wasn't what you loved. It wasn't your passion. See, if it's your passion, I wouldn't stop. If my goal in life was to walk dogs, I would never stop. If I got up every morning wanting to walk dogs, why would I stop? Of course I wouldn't stop. I got $2 million. Great. Oh, what are you going to do tomorrow? I'm going to walk dogs. What do you think I'm going to do? Why would I stop walking dogs? I love walking dogs. Why would I stop? I don't love walking dogs. I like walking dogs. I'm happy that I can walk dogs for a living. I'm grateful. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this grudgingly, like, oh, I'm going to walk dogs. No, I'm really lucky and grateful. I'm grateful. Gratitude is how you make your manifestation. It'll speed up your manifestation if you show gratitude. I'm grateful for this nice apartment. I'm grateful. You think I'm just saying that? That'll speed up your Oh, great! I'm glad it's speeding up my manifestation. I believe not necessarily that my imagination is God, which is what Neville Goddard taught, but that at the very least my imagination is connected to God, because my imagination is all-knowing and all-powerful. I can fly into the sun and swim around in it. I can bring you into the sun too. I can imagine you're with me. Here we are in the sun, flying around. Isn't this fun? We can do anything. We can go to the bottom of the ocean. In my short story, Sheila and the Dungeon Master, I'm the Dungeon Master. We swim in the ocean, the bottom of the ocean. We go into outer space because I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm effectively all-powerful. You can just do whatever you want. And in your imagination, you can do whatever you want. So when he said, your imagination is God, I'm like, that's interesting. I could see that. But I'm not convinced of it anymore because it didn't. My God has got a problem. He's struggling to do these things. Okay, you're imagining your dream home. Let me say dream home. How am I going to do this? He's struggling with things. He's got a loose screw or something in his head. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's not making anything happen. Red rubber ball. How do I get a red rubber ball? Yeah, that's a tough one, isn't it? Really tough. I created it in my mind. Felt the texture. It should happen. It should. So should my dream home. And I'm more than open to it happening any time, under any circumstances. Great. But it never has, which sucks. It sucks. If you imagine you want something, and you heard Neville Goddard's 19-minute lecture on how to use your imagination, and you do what he says, and nothing comes of it, you're not frustrated by that? You're not like, why isn't this working? Neville even said on a video once that someone said to him, I've been imagining like you said and nothing happened. He acknowledged it. He said to them, then why did you stop imagining? I'm like, oh, so we just have to keep... I said, okay, fine, I'll keep doing it. And I do. Because when I go to sleep at night, I'd rather imagine that I'm in my dream home than here. This is nice, but that's heaven. And so I'm in heaven when I go to bed at night. And I say to myself, this is all real. I reason this out of my mind every night when I go to bed. I say something to this effect. This is real. I'm here in my dream home right now. I am as wealthy as I need to be for this to be. I have a number. It's way more than 2 million because I need a lot more than that. Not only that, I want wealth to help people. That's another reason I want wealth. I don't get these wealthy people why they're not ending poverty. We have the resources and the technology right now. For over 50 years, we've had this technology to end poverty. They don't want to end poverty. They want humans poor, dumb, and sick. Those three things are necessary for these evil bastards. That's why they keep this the way it is. That's why nothing's getting better, and your voting isn't changing anything. The Democrats have been in charge. The Republicans are in charge. The Democrats are in charge. Now nothing's changed. Now it's worse. Now we've got a man who doesn't even know how to spell the word parade. He spelled parade, P-E-R-A-D-E. This is the President of the United States. P-E-R-A-D-E. Oh, it was just a... No. He typed... This was his tweet. Or whatever it was. He doesn't know how to spell parade. He thought the word origins was pronounced oranges. Oh no, he just misspoke. No, he said it twice. Oranges. It's on YouTube. Watch it. And that was in his first term. I imagine I'm in my dream home every night and I say everything. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am in my dream home, living my dream life. I am happy. I am living an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, magical life. And I fall asleep to the best of my ability, imagining that I'm in that home. I visualize it in my mind. I imagine that I'm laying in my bed in my master bedroom. And I scan it in my mind where everything is. And I try to feel like I'm right there in that room. And no, I'm not alone. That has nothing to do with anything. I have a beautiful pool in the backyard. It's beautiful. I have a beautiful backyard. Beautiful garden, hot tub, sauna, tool shed. Should I tell you the rest of what's in my backyard? My imaginary backyard? Yeah, I'll say it. Why not? A 4-hole mini golf course. I'm serious. Why? Because I want it. That's fun. I love it. It's perfect. 4 holes. Don't need 9 holes of golf. Who needs 9 holes of mini golf? Mini golf is fun, but 4 apple trees in my garden. There's a little waiting area in the swimming pool for mothers who bring their little infants. They have a little waiting area. And we have a diving board at the other end. And a little slide at the other end, too, that people can slide into the pool. Wim Hof has a sauna in his backyard. I have a sauna in mine. I have his tank to take ice baths in, and he also takes ice baths in barrels. I have the barrels in my backyard. Beautiful deck, beautiful sun decks. Every bedroom's got a sun deck on the porch. It's a beautiful house. I'll give you the basics of it. It's probably it might not be a wood house, 'cause I don't know if I could build an all wood house, but I would look into it. But regardless of the texture of what it's made of, it has a double wraparound porch. I'm assuming that's possible to do. 2 porches, lower level and upper level, wrap all the way around the house. And off of each bedroom is a big, nice deck where you can lay in the sun, and you get a whole deck for everyone. This is easy to imagine in my mind. Fireplace, Got a music room. Art, music, and literature room. It's huge. Baby grand piano in the room. All the instruments are there, and we take lessons. Everybody who wants to take lessons can take lessons. We'll have teachers come and teach us how to play instruments. I'm living an amazing life, phenomenal life. It's nothing but fun, and I'm helping people because I can't be rich. I can't live in wealth while my brothers while my brothers and sisters are living in poverty. I can't do that. I couldn't justify having all of that while not just in America, where people are homeless, but people are living in dirt. Billions of people are living in dirt. And if I'm not at least helping, then I don't deserve any of that. If I'm not at least lifting some people out of poverty by helping them, I'm not going to give to charities unless I know for a fact that the charity is really making a difference. I would need to know. There's one charity that I think I would give to. It's called Charity Water. I could be wrong. I would have to really make sure that they're legit, but they seem legit. Charity Water. Great video on YouTube about them. He's bringing water to people who don't have clean drinking water. And they're building wells for these people. And it's a really, really cool thing. It looks great, but, I don't know. I'm not 100% on it. I would need to know. Is this guy just doing this because this is how he makes money? I mean, he is making money doing it. But is this really doing what he's showing? Because it looks amazing. And if it is amazing, then I would absolutely give to that charity. Absolutely. He's bringing clean drinking water to people who don't have clean drinking water. What could be better than that? So that's what I would do. If I was free. If I was free to live my life, I'd live the best life I could live. Be active in as many things all the things that I love. Art, music, literature, gaming. I'm a gamer. I want to play games. I want to do more than just play, but, boxing, martial arts, hell, dancing. Dancing's fun. I never liked to dance until I learned how to dance, and then I got comfortable with it, and my wife and I would dance. My ex-girlfriend came up to me at our wedding. She goes, "When did you learn how to dance?" I said, "I don't know how to dance. I'm just up there being goofy." I didn't want anything to do with dancing. And she was surprised. We were dancing, That was funny. That was funny. So what would you do? How much money do you need right now? You said, if I had this much money, I'd retire. What would you do? How would you live? What would you do? Talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me in private, message me on Messenger on Facebook. You should be able to find me. It's not hard. I'll talk with anyone as long as you're, legit, real. I just talked with someone. I think everything's fine there. I'm not sure. Gotta wait, work things through. Seems okay. A guy. Seems all right. You never know, though. You never know what you're dealing with. That's the problem today. Well, that's always been the problem. It's always been a problem. So I hope I didn't bore you with this. If I did, turn it off. Stop watching. It's that simple. And I just made the video because I wanted to get this all off my chest. One of you said you'd like to see my drawing of my dream home. I don't have it now because I got rid of it because I was frustrated. And it is just a simple thing. There's no visual thing. It's just like a graph on paper. Like my like my map of my town in my book. It's kind of like that. It's like the thing on if you watched my video. Well, this is color though, so it wouldn't be that. Like this is my town. Take away the color and just it's on paper like that. But I can at some point draw it all out, and if I do, I can maybe show it to you, or maybe make a video and give you the whole tour of my dream home and my art gallery. My art gallery is pretty simple, but it's huge because my dad has a lot of art. Well, I don't know how much we have left, but I'd get it all back. If I had the money, I'd just buy it all back from people. Give them a price they can't refuse. Because all I want is to get it in an art gallery and get it on display. It's not to make money. I'd lose money. The art gallery would cost me money. I'd lose money every month. Wouldn't care. Don't care. Don't need it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it so my dad has a permanent art gallery of his art on display. Oh. And my mom too. Everybody would know who Angel Casey is. She was famous before I was born. Locally famous. Anyway. Don't know how to end this, so I'll just end it. Talk to y'all later.